about the basic strategy of the 2NC. Are you conceding that there is no universal morality, or should this debate operate as if there is one?
I would say there's not an absolute universal morality, but
Cool.
there is
So all we
morality.
need to win is that we link less to the Nietzsche critique.
First of all, I would maintain that Nietzsche is bad, and our critique is a direct turn to Nietzsche, so you should still evaluate our evidence over Nietzsche.
And two, you link to Nietzsche worse.
And you link to Nietzsche worse, because you prevent more suffering.
I mean, first, our link isn't just about. Okay, so
All of your evidence talks about suffering. Your evidence about moral
So
obligations
how do
isn't
you-
there,
our evidence about moral obligation just
Yeah.
isn't there.
and it's more overpowered by suffering links.
Okay, Nate, you have questions you wanna?
Well, why would your K be an impact turn to our K?
Because we say that we need to decrease the suffering of Native Americans, and you say that's bad.
But
Those
you
are two
concede that there's
completely
no moral obligation.
It's still a good idea to do something. My entire
It's just
speech
a
is
good
why it's
idea,
a good
but there's
idea.
no moral obligation to base it off of?
You say that doesn't exist.
Yeah,
Are
it
you
does
with-
exist.
So then it's still a good idea. What do you?
You have
It's
no.
a good
what's your
idea on what
question?
basis, is I guess the question.
Yeah,
Genocide. Genocide's bad. Reject
how do you
genocide.
know? How do you
Okay,
know genocide's
okay,
bad?
wait, can I ask
You're
you-
an asshole.
Can I ask you-
You're an asshole.
Okay, so you make this claim that genocide is bad within
Yes.
a framework that has already been established that claims of good and bad in a transcendental sense do not exist. I'm not sure how you are trying to make that claim.
That argument's just ridiculous. Things are obviously good and bad. You maintain that suffering is good.
Okay, we don't maintain that suffering
Yes,
is
you do.
good.
That's what Nietzsche says.
Nietzsche does not say that suffering is good.
Then what
He
the hell is your
advocates an
critique?
embrace of the inevitable suffering of existence. I
So
think
it's
that you
good
are
to
fundamentally
embrace suffering.
misunderstanding this critique.
It's good to embrace the inevitable, not that doesn't mean the inevitable is good. That's what we're saying.
No, not.
So there is a good and
not,
bad.
Not so much. Nate.
Hey, is suffering good or bad?
Suffering is neither good nor bad. It is a condition of the world. What we argue is that in order to open the door to subjective valuations on what we think is valuable in our own lives, we have to first break down the intolerable ideas of a transcendental good or evil. Some moral obligation to do one thing or another, because that prevents us from pursuing the kinds of things that we find
What's the
valuable.
question? Yeah, where's the question in that?
You seem to be asking me a question.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sit there.
Sorry.